Wait for chat to say that we're live. Because even though I hit live and it says that I'm streaming, I don't see the little blur that says I'm live yet. Yay! Okay, cool. Hi, everybody. As you may tell from the tone of the start of this stream, I'm experiencing technical difficulties. I had to completely reset my computer, and now, for some reason, nobody's character wants to light up. Yay! But we're gonna just kind of ignore that. You can at least see their characters now. Hopefully you've been around enough to hear their voices, and most of the time they start with Kiri does blah blah blah, or Natiki blah blah blah. So, why don't we go ahead and get into the character introductions so you can rehear how everybody sounds, starting with what you see first on the far left being Rumelin.
Hello, I am Rumelin, the Harangon Warlock, who has a fancy for necromancy and likes to make little puppet shows using his necromantic minions. We recently just joined the party last session and became good friends with Kiri and Tafala for the most part.
And definitely not Arpo.
Nope. Missed her off.
Oh, and now Stream Element says we're live. Okay, but moving right along, next up you see Kiri.
I play Kiri. She is an Eladrin elf, and she recently went through some stuff and was a bard, but now she's not quite sure exactly what she is, but she's on a quest to learn some magic in hopes of becoming worthy of the reincarnation of Mistra.
Very nice. And the other character who's been here the longest along with Kiri is Jalen.
Hi, my name is Jalen. I am a Wood Elf Ranger who has recently gone through some major mom issues.
We've been through some shit.
We have been through some stuff. Jalen has had an interesting journey thus far, and I feel it's only going to get more interesting from here.
Oh, it shall indeed. Next up on the been here the longest docket is Tifala.
Crazy alchemist that collects dolls?
The other
And
one
mushroom.
who likes puppet shows.
And definitely invites people into her skirt a lot.
Oh my god.
Not the way that it sounds. I mean, I don't know. I guess I
Phrasing.
can't say for sure, but I'm assuming that
It's not wrong.
Hey, the phrasing is perfect. Just let them use their imaginations. They'll eventually figure out what it means.
No,
That was the first
no.
thing Rumelin did, was jump right into the skirt.
I mean, that's expected of a rabbit, though.
Into the pockets.
And speaking of pockets, next up we have Arpo.
Hi. Arpa used to be a rogue druid and now is a rogue cleric and very much does not like Heresy the Rabbit. Newer to the group. Not the newest, but still pretty fresh. Hope it goes well.
That 11-year-old won't be relevant at all this session. Speaking of the newest to join the group, last but certainly not least, Natiki.
Yes, Natiki is just a down on his luck adventurer looking to make new friends and is not on the run from the law at all and is certainly not thinking that he's just hitting himself with a group of rubes.
It's a good thing he doesn't think that.
Certainly didn't steal 5 horses last session.
No, it was
Borrowed.
only 4.
Oh, right,
Borrowed.
yeah, 4.
Gainfully acquired.
And that's definitely not pertaining to that 11 at all. Last we left off, the group was at camp, taking turns, taking watch, having a chance to bond with one another. Some pranks ensued when camp originally was set up, at the expense of Jalen mostly. But as the night went by, everyone was able to eventually obtain a long rest without much incident. You all wake in the morning and begin to break down your camp. Talon preparing breakfast for everyone. Is there anything you would like to say before you set off?
I got nothing.
Natiki will just take this time to make sure that his maps are upgraded and updated as much as possible.
Rumel is just gonna be sitting by a tree, you know, just playing with a couple sticks.
Alrighty.
I will also be doing some routine maintenance on my pistol. For those of you who have seen a pistol before.
Which is 2 of the party at least.
Speaking of, I need to make sure mine's reloaded.
So you see Natiki taking care of his gun, and you're like, oh yeah, I have one of those.
I also has gun.
Oh, never mind, I found it.
But I
Because-
fired it, and I said I reloaded it, so I just want to make sure I put that out there that I am going to reload it.
Okay.
Arpo's
That
just
would-
looking at these strange weapons like,
Arpo has no idea what they do. They just look like strange metal contraptions.
I would also like to point out that I actually did take the feat, so I am proficient in the firearm.
You're welcome.
Yes, the only one who is.
Anything else while I'm here?
I'm good, thank you. Sorry.
No, I just want to make sure you have everything.
But okay. Well, you all finish your little morning routine. You pack up camp and you make way at the break of dawn. Your travels are uninteresting at first. Quiet, a few sparse birds chirping as they fly overhead. The paved path steady under your feet. Well, under your horse's hooves. No, Sean. Why, Sean? Why? If you keep abusing that, I'm going to remove it.
Remove you do.
Upon a broken down wagon you come. Six individuals you see. Attempting to fix the wagon, they are.
Experience on this road, have you?
Unfortunate it is.
I was actually talking to the party before we approached them. But
Okay.
okay.
I don't think
I
experience.
think
on this
we've
road-
been here.
Not?
Well, then, I would like to make a perception check to see if the wagon is, before we approach them, the wagon is actually damaged.
Okay, go ahead.
I can guide you.
I will take that guidance.
How bad is the damage?
You can roll, let's see, a 13.
That will be a total of a 17 with the guidance.
Okay. You see that they're currently in the process of taking off a broken wheel. Why? You forgot that was a scare alert amount, really, Sean? Thank you, but... Sorry. Just had screaming in my ear.
No comment.
What?
You're about to have the players scream in your ear anyway, so...
So,
True.
how bad is the wheel damaged?
It's definitely, like, there are chunks of the wood of the wheel missing.
Yeah, I can't fix that.
Well, Natiki will ride up.
Oi, happen to have some spare wood or some mending magic, would you?
Actually, I have the spell Mending. Not sure if it'll work on this, considering the area, but I can try.
Sorry, good sir. The only spare wood I have would be of no use to you in your current predicament.
I would like to try and cast Mending on the wheel.
Okay. You lean down and cast it once and see that some of the wood chunks do begin to form back.
I mean, I can fix it. It's just gonna take a while. Is that alright with you?
Absolutely.
Alright.
What are the rest of you doing as he's doing this?
What's the surroundings?
Mostly open around the road, a few scattered trees, the occasional boulders. Not a whole lot.
While I'm mending the broken wheel, I would like to try and ascertain on what broke it.
Like, are you going to ask, or are you going to just look around, or are you going to just look at the wheel to try and figure it out?
Just the wheel, because you can tell a whole story by looking at the damage of an object.
Okay. You look at it and go ahead and roll a perception check for me, or investigation.
I'll do perception. I have a +8 to perception, so. 19?
Okay. You're looking at it as you're casting the spell, and you notice it seems like something hit it from the side. It's not like they ran over something and it broke. Something hit the side of the wheel.
So, if you don't mind me asking, what did you guys hit in order to break your wheel like this?
Well, can't really say that we hit something. I think it's more so something hit us.
Well, in that case, what hit you?
And it is at this point when, let me just do, yeah, let's see. Oof. Another oof. And another oof. Oh wow, I should be rolling these on stream. At this point, 3 arrows come out from one of the trees, all nearing but not hitting Natiki. And I need everyone to roll initiative.
Alright.
$21.
Galen 19.
That would be. That's 19.
I rolled a 21.
Very nice. All right.
A 9 for me. That's my lowest initiative.
But you're not last.
No, I'm always last.
I mean, it's kind of good if you're last.
Always.
All right. First up, we have Arpo. Arpo and Valkyrie, you guys have the same initiative. So
Alright,
if you
so
wanted to work together to do something, or you could just do your own things.
Well, I mean, you said there were 3 bolts, right?
3 arrows from nearby trees.
Mm-hmm. Okay,
We
did
don't
I
see anybody.
did I see where it came from? Like, the general area.
Passive of 18. Yes, you would. You would see that there are, in fact, 3 archers up in the trees.
Okay. I'm gonna, I'm not sure what to do. I'm gonna let Valkyrie go first.
I assume that with a passive of 19, I would have a pretty good idea where it came from also then.
Yes.
You said you see them, right? Or she sees them?
Arpo and Valkyrie see them, yes.
Alright. I will hurl a firebolt at one I can see. I guess it doesn't matter which one.
And Arpo, what did you use your action for?
I'm gonna cast Guiding Bolt at one that, at one of the ones that, Valkyrie doesn't hit.
Okay. So 2 of them are in the same tree, 1 is in a separate tree.
I'll hit the one in the separate tree, because he wanted to be special.
Okay. So for y'all, is that a roll to hit, or is that a... Okay.
It's a
26 to hit.
Mine's a roll to
nice.
hit, so 16 to hit.
Alright, both hit.
22 fire damage.
Alrighty.
17 radiant damage.
Nope, that's the wrong character.
And then, since they're in a tree, I assume the tree starts fire.
Yes.
Nice.
Let it burn.
And I'm going to say the other
Fire.
archer in
You
that
put that song in my head.
firebolt, is that an area of effect or specific target?
Hold on.
It's a specific target. Fireball is the area.
Okay, so then the other archer that's in the same tree is going to take half damage as the tree catches on fire.
Awesome sauce.
Is that it for your turns?
Am I able to cast Spiritual Weapon?
You can't cast 2 leveled spells in a turn.
That was my question. Yeah, that actually, does cantrips count as a leveled spell?
No.
Alright, I'm gonna Toll the Dead on the one that wasn't hit by the fireball, but was in the same tree as the guy.
Okay.
Toll the Dead is an action though. It's not a bonus action.
Oh, right. Okay. Never mind. That's my turn.
Okie dokie. Anything else for you, Valkyrie?
No, I think I'm good.
Alrighty. Next up, Jalen, what's your dexterity modifier again?
+5.
Okay, you go first then.
All right, so 2 are hit, 1 has not been hit, correct?
Correct.
1's on fire.
Well, one tree is on fire that 2 of them are in.
But okay, so I'm gonna take the one by himself.
Mm-hmm.
My bonus action will be Hunter's Mark on him,
Alright.
and then let's shoot an arrow at this guy and see what happens. Nat 1.
That is a miss, unfortunately. You just see the arrow stick straight into the tree between the 2 of them, or like in the tree next to him. And you see him kind of give you this judgmental look of, really, buddy? Really? You have not impressed your fellow archer. Alrighty.
Wait.
Don't you get more than one attack?
Well, I get the bonus action. I get the 1 action for Hunter's Mark, and then I get the attack for. Or do I get the bonus attack and 2 attacks?
Bonus action is when you take the attack action, you should. I will double check for you here real quick. You should be able to attack twice. We double check for you.
Y'all gotta remember your own multi-attack capabilities.
I know. Alright, so.
Yes, you get 2 attacks.
But,
The archer donated $3 saying, "Ha, you missed!"
Alright, I'm gonna take my second attack. Thank you. $30.
That will hit.
Alright, so longbow.
So, ha, you missed! Don't!
So that's 9 plus. That's 11. Plus 2, it's gonna be 13. And I'm gonna give you the pluses later. So 17 total.
Okay. Very nice. He just kind of grits his teeth at you as he feels the arrow pierce into his shoulder.
Good.
Alright. Next. So, how would you all have been riding your horses? Who would have been taking the lead? You could go 3 by 3, or 3 and 3, but you would not all be able to walk next to each other with the sides of the road. And
Well, I would assume myself and our rogue cleric were pretty close up because we were right next to the wagon that's overturned. So.
Okay.
Galen generally stays in the back.
Kiri and Tifala, where would you guys have been?
Probably right after. I'd be right after those guys, probably.
Okay, so you'd be up there. Tifala
Probably closer towards the back.
with Jalen and Rumelin.
I'd probably be somewhere around Jalen and Tafala.
Okay.
It's far from.
I imagine Rumelin was talking to Tafala about puppets while they were riding.
All right. As two individuals emerge from behind the boulder off to the right, I need Nitiki to make dexterity saving throws. Two of them.
19 for one,
Okay.
24 for the next.
Okay. So you manage to only take half damage. Okay. So halved down to 6 radiant damage as these individuals both let forth sacred flames upon you.
Alrighty.
Let's see.
Now is that Sacred Flame, is that fire or radiant?
That's radiant.
Okay.
Your tieflingness does not help you here.
No worries.
All right. Next up we have Rumelin.
Alrighty. So, Rumelin can see the priests, or the two magic casters there, right?
Yes, they just have, revealed themselves.
Okay. And with his passive of 15, would he be able to see the archers?
With being far back, you wouldn't be able to see two of them.
Okay. Okay, so...
Between the distance and the flames of the tree obscuring your vision.
Right. So, how close together are the two casters? Would you say that they're within a 5-foot cube of each other?
I would say so, yes. They're about 10, 20 feet back from the road, but they're close to each other.
Okay. They within 60-foot range?
That depends on how close you would be to the cart.
Right. I'd say Ramon's probably a good 20 feet away from the cart.
Okay, then yes, they would be within 60 feet.
Okay. Well, in that case, I'm going to cast Cloud of Daggers.
Very nice. And is that a saving throw?
Checking real quick. Fill the area with spinning daggers in a cube 5 feet on each side. Send it on a point you choose within range. A creature takes 4d4 slashing damage when it enters the spell's area for the first time on a turn or starts its turn there.
Okay, so nothing yet.
Yeah.
Alright.
So I need to roll 10d4.
And they will take that at the start of their next turn.
Isn't it also when they enter the
When they
cloud?
enter the effect for the first time, yeah.
Summoning it, I guess, is the same as them entering it, so sure.
16, 17, 18, 20, 24 damage.
Oh, alright. They are looking pretty fucked up.
Yay, Cloud of Dagger. And that will end Ramelon's turn.
Alright. Next up, we have the archers. Use their movement to get out of the tree that's on fire.
Burn. The burning tree.
And then... let's see. 2 of them are still going to focus on Natiki, and 1 will focus on Kiri. That's a 14 and a 15 for Natiki.
Nope.
Man, these guys are rolling shit. And that is a dirty 20 to hit Kiri.
Yeah, that'll hit.
It's because I said they're hitting shit. Like, they can't hit the person they came here for, but... and max damage means 12 piercing damage for the first one. That's all just their first attacks, because they have the same initiative. Second attacks for each of them, that's a nat 1. That's another 15. And the one to hit Kiri is a 19.
Okay, so the 12, what was that? That was
The first
one.
The first 2 were going after... the second attack's to go after Natiki. The 19 is the one going after Kiri.
Okay.
The other archer, after seeing them, is, oh, for crying out loud!
Archery's a hard profession, man. It's not easy.
Does a 19 hit Kiri?
Yeah, just hits.
And that's another max damage, so another 12 piercing damage.
Oof.
That archer's really good at what he does, the other 2 not so much, apparently.
Well, we know which one's in charge.
Oh god, so many of them go back to back. Alright. Next up is some of the ones that were talking to you.
Oh.
You see... you see... as... 3 of them pull out axes. 2 of them are going to go for Natiki, who has not yet been hit, and is their main target, which y'all can ascertain at this point.
I call shenanigans. They're hitting me. They have crappy aim then.
And 1 will go for Arpo, as Arpo is the closest. So we'll do the one going after Arpo first, with their multi-attack. That's a 22 to hit.
That hits, yeah.
The second attack, I'm so sorry!
It's a natural 20, isn't it?
You should stop that.
Throw away that dice.
It's my evil DM dice. Okay, so we'll do the first.
Never play again.
We'll do the first one. The first attack is only 5 slashing damage. Rolled very low. And then the second attack is only 9 damage. He rolled low. See?
Still painful.
Alright. Now we'll go for the 2 that are going after Natiki. First. God damn it! Is a 14!
I would like to use my reaction to riposte.
And what does that do?
I get to attack him now.
Okay.
That's going to be a 28 to hit.
That
Kick
hits!
his ass.
That is going to be almost max damage. So 13 plus 2 is 15 plus I get my sneak attack damage. Because I'm a swashbuckler, so it's 15 plus 11. That is 26.
All right.
Nice.
And point of clarification, because I know it's going to come up, sneak attack damage is once per turn. I can still do it on my turn because this was his turn.
Yep. His second attack. God damn it! Is another 14. Why? All right.
Clearly the game does not want you to attack that one.
The second guy going after Natiki. First one, it is a 15. The second one, god damn it, is a 17.
Just hits.
Finally. God
Oh,
damn.
but then I'm going to do... Oh, no, I don't have anything.
You used a reaction already.
Yes.
And lowest possible damage with 4 slashing damage.
I have an idea of what to do with my next turn.
Much rage is held this day. As the 3 individuals who are in the cart now join the fray.
Ah, fun.
Like I said, they kind of got clusterfucked together with initiative rolls.
You know, I was trying to help though.
Oh, I know. That's why only one attacked you so far.
Alrighty.
Alright. Once more, 2 are going to try to hit the Tiki, and 1 will go for the one who set the tree on fire, Kiri. Let's start with the one going after Kiri. That is a 10 for the first attack.
Nope.
And then a 9. So that one misses.
You guys are jerks. We were trying to help you.
So this one to hit Natiki is 18 on the first attack. And dirty 20 on the second. Hey, this one's actually competent. So that is 11 slashing on the first. And 9 slashing on the second. Second one to attack Natiki is an 8, then a dirty 20. So that one, another 9 slashing damage. Alrighty. And next we have Natiki. You are very much surrounded by enemies.
Yes, and I am contemplating on what to do.
You have
one
4 enemies around you.
Oh, I can get away from that. That's not a issue. I am... I'm gonna roll something real quick. I'm gonna do wisdom. I'm gonna give myself a 15 DC. Okay, I failed. I'm going to take the bonus action to disengage.
Okay.
And I am leaving. They just did half my damage in one round. I am getting out of there.
Okay. Next up is Tifala. You see Natiki got hurt to shit by some knights, and is now running the fuck away. And you're surrounded by a chunk of the group is surrounded by 11 individuals.
11?
Wow. So, I'm just gonna throw a lovely explosive bomb
And where are you throwing that at?
in the direction of the group of people.
So that means that Kiri and Arpo are in the crossfire.
They're definitely on the splash damage. That is true.
Wow.
Luckily, they won't catch on fire. But if they let's see, roll at least an 18 in dexterity, they might only survive with less than damage.
Okay, so let me. Boop. I'll just do one for the groups of them. That's a 15 dexterity for the axe wielders and a 12 for the knights.
At least they failed to save.
But Kiri and Arpo, how do they do?
What's the save?
You have to roll at least an 18 because the dexterity saving roll is 18.
Okay.
Well, plus our modifier.
23. I rolled an 18 plus my 5.
Very
Okay.
nice. And Arpo?
Hmm?
Dexterity
Sorry.
saving throw.
Oh, right. Sorry. Saving throw. Net dirty 20.
Very nice. So the good guys saved and the ambushers failed.
Alright,
The
so
dice are
the
liking
ones that-
y'all.
The ones that failed take 26, and the ones that passed take 13.
Alright, so Kiri and Arpo, you guys take 13 damage.
Ouch.
Damn. I'm just getting clobbered.
That was
Also-
painful.
The ones that failed have now caught on fire.
Okay.
And they'll be taking
That's
1d6
great.
of damage each
Okay.
for each round. Like, yeah. So 1d6 is 6
Alright.
until they extinguish it.
At least one of the axe wielding guys is looking very hurt. And does that conclude your turn?
Now, which of the group was hurt?
Kiri is the most hurt, but Natiki was also hurt and is running away.
I'm pretty fucked up right now.
Since
I mean,
he's
Arpo is
technically
also
just
hurt.
Running
I'll be fine.
away.
I'll be fine.
I mean,
I mean,
Arpo, you
I'm
technically
technically
have less
7
health
hit
than
points.
Kiri, but
Yeah, but I'll be
proportional to
fine.
how much you...
37 hit points out of my 81, so I've just been clobbered.
Arpo has 36 out of 63, and Natiki has 49 out of 88.
Damn.
How does
So-
Natiki have so much health? What the heck? He's been drinking his milk, apparently. Damn.
So, I'm gonna heal Kiri for 9.
Okay.
I mean, since you
Arpo's,
put, like, how many
a-
calories on there?
Arpa's a dexterity boy, I mean girl. So, the rogue should be fine.
Alright. Top of the round, Arpo and Kiri.
So, if I gather my situation, I'm pretty much surrounded, right?
Yep.
By 3
We're not-
people.
We're in a plains, right?
Pretty much, with the exception of some scattered trees, one of which is on fire, and a large boulder, and the wagon.
So, is the plains grass tall or short?
Short.
Damn. Okay. Well, that changes things. I don't have anywhere to hide then if it's short. I don't really have a place to escape, so Is there anybody that's attacking one of my friends that is, like, close to them?
I mean, Natiki was surrounded by 4 guys that were attacking him, but Natiki's running the fuck away right now. So I guess the most in danger currently would be Curie.
Okay. Well, I wasn't asking if they were in danger. I was asking if they were within, like, 5 feet of them.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Both of you are within 5 feet of individuals.
Yeah, I'm looking for more of the sneak attack thing. And how close am I to Valkyrie?
I mean, Curie, how close up would you have gotten? Would you have been standing next to Arpo as this had started, or a little bit back?
Yeah. Yeah, probably next to them.
So then, yes.
Alright. I would like to since this is a touch spell, can I use sneak attack with it?
Sneak attack is with a weapon attack.
Ah, damn. Well, it still does a crap ton of damage, so it's fine. I want to cast Inflict Wounds on one of the people attacking Valkyrie.
Are you going for one of the axe wielders or one of the knights?
One of the axe wielders.
Alright. Is that a roll to hit or a saving throw?
It's a roll to hit. 11 to hit.
That's a miss.
Yep.
And he kind of laughs at you as you try.
Alright, I would like to bonus... oh wait, no, that's a level spell. Never mind. I would... The issue is if I leave, then everybody's screwed.
If you leave, then Curie's left surrounded by 6 people by herself.
Yeah, I'm not doing that to I'm not doing that to Curie.
I'm okay. I'm good. Don't do what you gotta do.
Curie, what are you doing? Because you guys have the same initiative, so you guys are going at the same time.
So how many feet, like within like a 15-foot circle around me?
Within 15 feet circle around you, there are 6 individuals. The priests are about 20 feet off to the right, the archers 20 feet off to the left.
Okay. I'm casting Spirit Guardians.
Alright.
And so they look like little Velmar Tressums, like floaty around, and all his different seasonal colors and stuff. And so, I don't want it to affect my friends, but everybody else.
Okay. So then the 6 who are caught in it have to make a dexterity saving throw, was it?
If they move into my area, which they already are, so when they start their turn there, they will make a whiz save.
Wisdom, okay. Anything else from you, Arpo?
I really didn't want to do this, but I'll use my bonus action to disengage, and I still don't want to do that. Cunning action can only be used for dash, disengage, and hide. I'm stuck.
Sean said 2 people of the party are like, screw this, I want to go home.
Yeah, no, I'm not.
Went home.
I'm not
And
moving. I'm not abandoning Valkyrie.
You can move. You can move if you want to move, because I still have something to do. So I can move, but I don't want to leave you there. But I'm gonna move.
Why did the sound alert not play?
I'll be fine. Just I'm not abandoning you. It's not the kind of position I'm in with the group yet, or at all, or ever.
Well, I wouldn't leave you. So if you're not moving, I'm not moving.
Alright, I'll use my bonus action to disengage.
All
Then,
right. I'm using my bonus action to face step.
that's it.
But wait, that'll move my spirit guardians with me. So never mind. I'm just gonna stay put. Because I want all of them to be in the middle of all that goodness.
Okay, so Arpo is going then?
Yeah, I'm gonna disengage, but I'm gonna head towards the priests.
Okay.
Or the magic casters. I don't know they're a priest. But, Gotta take care of the casters. They can cause all sorts of troubles.
For my bonus action, then instead, since I'm not going to move, I'm going to cast Healing Word on myself. I'll do it at 3rd level. So I got 15.
Alright.
points back.
God, I will figure out why sound alert isn't working in a moment. Or off stream, rather.
Since I'm staying right in the middle of the fray.
Alright.
A little boost.
Jalen, it is your turn.
Okay. How many people are surrounding Kiri?
Within a 15-foot radius, there are 6 individuals.
How far is she from me?
That are all about to get fucked up at the beginning of their turn.
He hasn't seen Spirit Guardian, so he wouldn't know that. He just sees
Nope.
more of your Chusmers.
Well, I mean, you'd know they're mine, so.
Is she within 30 feet of me?
How far back would Jalen have been for this?
Not, if everybody was saying they're in the back, so that would put me towards really in the middle.
I mean, they just said they were in the back by you. They didn't necessarily say they were behind you. So the 3 of you would have been in the back as far as writing is concerned, but how close would you have gotten as Natiki, Arpo, and Kiri started speaking to the people at the wagon?
I'd have gotten closer. I mean, so I wouldn't have gone out of. Me personally, I would say I would be within 30 feet of them, but that's your call.
No, it is your character. That's your call. So.
Yeah, but I mean, I never said it. But I mean, I would have been closer to them.
Okay, then yes.
And there's 6 people around Kiri.
Yes.
Would you say there's 3 closer to her than the other 3?
There are 2 closer to her than 4 others.
I think it's time.
Because 4... Yeah?
So...
Is it?
It's time. So... You hear Jalen go, "This won't do." It's you.
All right. And those of you who would look at him as you hear him say this you see his skin begins to go translucent and thin. The parts of his face, especially the lower half, begin to almost disintegrate in an ungodly manner. His nose pretty much disappears where there's just a canal where his nose once used to be. You can see his ribs through his skin, his clothes and armor, just dark wisps surround him.
Voldemort.
This was supposed to be serious. The three closest to Kiri, I'm going to cast Bane on.
Okay. And they have to make a saving throw, correct?
Charisma saving throw of 15.
Charisma. Alright. So that was the last of the axes. So that is 10 for one of them. Jesus. 12. And then dirty 20.
So, Bane is 3 creatures of your choice.
Mm-hmm.
That you can see within range must make charisma saving throws, which you did. Whenever a target that fails a saving throw makes an attack roll, or saving throw before the spell ends, the target must roll a d4 and subtract the number of roll from the attack roll.
Oh, good timing.
Okay.
Also, I'm not done yet. The 2 that I hit must make a wisdom saving throw, DC 15. On fail, it is frightened until the end of my next turn.
Oof. And that is a 4 for one of them. And an 18 for the other one.
So 1 save. And then the one that...
So they have to move away from you, right, if they're frightened?
On their turn, they have to use their movement to move away. They cannot move, or no, they cannot move any closer to him, is what it is.
Right.
Okay.
And then on the third one that saved from Bane,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to cast Chill Touch,
Okay.
which is a roll. It's a 14.
That's a miss.
So you see the skeletal hand just come out and just miss the guy.
You see that their expressions are, all of them, even the ones who saved, are now a lot less cocky and paying a lot less attention to Natiki, who's running away.
So would I see, I would see what his appearance changed, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Jalen, are you okay? Do you need healing?
No.
No to being okay or no to needing healing?
I'm okay.
I think
Okay.
he died.
Alright, does that conclude your turn?
It does.
Alright. Next up are the priests, who, seeing this abomination now, are going to turn their attention to Jalen.
Well, they're starting their turn in a cloud of daggers.
Yes. So, go ahead and roll the damage. Let's see if they even survive it.
It's 10d4, so 1 second.
So, probably not. And Stream can see why.
8,
Even at the lowest, they would not survive. So,
15,
Not even at the
18,
minimum.
22, 24, 27, 28 damage.
yeah, no. They get horrified expressions on their face, but the moment they go to do anything, the cloud of daggers just rips them apart, and you see blood spew and mix into the mist of the cloud.
Confetti! And since Jalen used his, Rumelin is going to use his bonus action to use his form of dread. So the fur just sheds off his face as the skin sinks in against the bones of his skull. He's just completely pale. And I need to roll for the temp HP on that.
Everyone's dead around me.
That's right. T-Follow just has two people go like undead on her.
I see dead people.
And since I... Oh, wait, that wasn't my action, so I'm going to... Let's see... Let's... Okay, so how many do we still have left around Kiri?
There's still the 6 around Kiri and the 3 archers in the tree. Well, near the trees.
Okay. Okay.
All of which are going immediately after you.
Right. Let's see.
They'll try.
I don't... There's
I
only...
did not mean to put that.
There's only a couple that he might be able to wipe out in one go. Most of them will get their turn.
So,
Most of them are starting in my spirit guardians, and I'm gonna get fucked up.
so I'll go ahead and you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and cast Dance Macabre with my action.
Okay.
To resurrect the 2 priests as skeletons.
Alright. So, Arpo, as you're approaching the priests, you see that they basically are annihilated by this cloud of daggers, their blood spewing into mist, forming with the cloud around them, and they fall to the ground, only to rise back up once more.
And they shed their skin, apparently.
Well, I mean, the daggers kind of carved all the skin and flesh off. Clean off the
No
bone.
muscles, no nothing. They're pristine.
No, they're not just straight up skeleton. There's definitely still sinew and muscle and guts that are just half hanging out. This is a very grotesque sight.
Well,
Delicious.
after seeing 2 forms of dread and then 2 priests not only be absolutely shredded, but then, resurrected, I don't think this is doing too well for Arpo. I really don't think this is going well for her.
And DM, the 2 skeletons get bonus to their attack and damage rolls equal to my spellcasting ability modifier, which is 5.
Okay. Goodness gracious. I will let you puppeteer them.
Okay. Let me pull up the stats for a skeleton.
And considering the priest went at the same initiative as you anyways, the skeletons will go at the same initiative as you.
Okay.
Not this turn, but starting next turn.
Right, because I've already used my bonus action to command to do the form of dread, so I can't command them this turn.
Exactly. Alright. Next up, we have the archers. Who, oh god, what is the most horrifying thing to them right now? Evil Dead Bunny? Evil Dead Archer? Carrie with the fire and the spirits?
Well, at least
Or
mine are
friends resurrecting the
cute.
skeletons.
Pretty sure the living-looking ones are pretty much not on their radar anymore.
Oh, Tifala's definitely not. Arpo is not. They've forgotten about the Tiki, who they originally came for.
They came in hoping to win their bounty. No.
They were just hired to get their horses back. Like, they were just hired to get the horses back. Alright. So they are attacking... I'm gonna have 2 go for Melon and 1 go for Jalen. The first one going for Rumelin gets a 23 to hit with the first one.
Mm-hmm. That hits.
And then a 25 to hit for the second one.
Yep, that hits.
So that is 11 and then 12. So a total of 23 piercing damage from the first one attacking Ermelin.
Jeez.
Oh wait, I forgot I have the temporary hit points. Hold on.
Yeah, don't forget you get the 1d10 plus 1 for form.
Yeah. Well, that takes out all my temporary hit points.
And then the second one is a 19 to hit on the first attack.
Hits.
And an 8 for the second attack.
Okay, that one misses.
So that is only 8 more piercing damage.
Okay, so that puts me down to 30 hit points.
And then the one going for Jalen gets a 25. And the second one, I'm sorry.
Thankfully, Form of Dread.
The second one is a nat 20.
Oh, that misses. No, I'm kidding.
So the first one is just 12 piercing damage. And the second one is 14 piercing damage.
Okay.
So not terrible.
No, I'm good.
Next up, we have the Axe Wielders, who are starting their turn in the Spirit Guardian. Wisdom saving throw, correct?
Yes.
That is a 6, a 19, and a 9.
Don't get the -4 whoever has
Okay.
pain.
Yeah.
Okay, so it, that
We have
was...
to 17 to pass.
Okay, so a 6, a 19, and a 5.
So the ones that fail take 21 points of damage.
Alright. Those two are looking pretty hurt as well now.
And the ones that pass take half.
Okay.
And if you round down.
Yep. 10.
Alright. And one falls to his knees and groans in pain as he collapses. So the other two are going to go for the only one that's in melee range at the moment. So Kiri, that's a natural 1 on the first attack. That's a miss. And
Knock them off.
and then a 25 on the second.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay. And that is only 5 damage. The second one is a 16 and another natural 1. So
Definitely nope.
then next up we have the Knights, who are also starting in the Spirit Guardian. So they get an 11, a 14, and a 17, minus the 4 for 2 of them. So a 7.
I'll fail.
And also the ones that are frightened are at disadvantage.
Okay.
They all fail anyway.
Uh-huh. Are you sticking with the same damage roll, or are you going to roll?
Oh. Alright, I could do another one. That's fine. 35.
Wow.
As
Yeah, that was nice.
as every single one of them goes to move, they are simply wiped out by the Tresemir.
Nice.
Next up is Natiki.
And I believe only the archers are still up, correct?
And 2 axemen.
Alrighty. Well, I will make my way to one of the axemen. And am I able to get it to where there's no other creatures within 5 feet of me?
Other than the axeman that you're targeting?
Correct.
Sure.
Alright. And I will take my 2 attacks. First one is a 26.
That'll hit.
That'll be for 8 piercing plus 7 sneak attack. I rolled very low on that.
And he falls. He had
And
14 health left.
And then I will move on to the other one for my second attack. That'll be a 23 to hit.
That hits.
And 9 damage.
Alright. He's still standing. Very much in pain, but standing.
Yeah, cannot really do that because I didn't have a dagger or my pistol ready. So, yep, that's it.
Alright, Tifala, my dear.
Well, clearly the last knight still, or not the axe guy,
Yep.
takes another 6 damage
From the fire, that's right.
from the fire he never put out. Yes.
And he burns alive, shrieks of agony as the fire just melts part of his skin, part boiling up, and he just gets cooked within his plate mail.
Fine.
You know, I'm
Oh.
just not realizing Arpa has never seen these people fight, other than the undead lich
I do
or
have
the
one.
the necromancer.
Yep.
And, now that she's seeing them fight actual people,
I do have.
they're realizing that probably not the best idea to be with them. So for an exclamation, earlier when the 2 forms of dreads were cast, I rolled a wisdom save to see if Arpo thought it would be a wise idea to stay with them, and I rolled a 1. She's gonna stay for a while, but
Oh,
she's gonna watching. She's gonna run up to the archers though, as fast as he can.
I never finished my turn.
yeah, it's still Tafala's
Oh,
turn.
I
okay.
didn't even take my
Sorry.
turn.
Wow.
Sorry, my
That
bad.
was just
Ah.
residual damage.
And I was gonna say I would like to do
My
one
bad.
more thing, but it can wait till after Tafala's turn.
I had
Oh, no, you
derpy.
can go.
I had derp moment. Sorry.
If you have one more thing, you can go ahead and do it. It was just
Uh,
the result.
DM, I don't know the layout of the battle, but I would like to use a maneuver bait and switch to put, because if I'm assuming correctly that Kiri is still there, correct?
Yes.
I would like to use bait and switch to move her 5 feet, if she is willing, to put her behind me in case of the archers. So I would be in the way of the archers. And then I will roll a superiority die. And increase her AC by 1, because I rolled a 1.
Okay.
All right,
Tifala.
so now considering their positions, How far are the archers from them?
They're still about 20 feet away.
Awesome. So I'm going to go ahead and throw a healing bomb. So that's going to hit Kiri and Natiki, and I'm not sure how far away Arpo is from those two.
Arpo went off towards the priest, which was 20 feet off to the right.
So Arpo is SOL on that one. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So Natiki and Kiri get 21 health back.
Nice. Thank you.
Does that conclude your turn?
I guess I can also throw healing word in Arpo's direction since Arpo was out of range. And that will be 12.
So 12 healing to Arpo then.
Yes. And that'll be the end.
Okay. Now it is Arpo's turn.
Yeah, she's gonna run towards the archers as fast as she can, and she's just gonna say, "Forget your guys' bounty, just run!"
Roll a persuasion check at advantage.
Persuasion, alright. Uh, 18.
Okay, noted. It's not their turn yet, but noted. Kiri.
Let's see what.
And make sure to heal yourself for that 12, Arpo.
Yeah, okay,
How many are left?
The 3 archers.
Okay. That are not right on top of me.
Correct. They're
How far
all of the
away-
people that were
They're-
around you are dead.
Yeah.
Very dead.
So are they still in a tree or not?
No, they climbed out of the tree. They used their movement to get out of the tree, so they are still 20 feet away, but they are all at the base of the
Okay.
trees.
Okay. So they're 20 feet away from me, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm gonna use my bonus action to face step right up at the one. It doesn't matter which one.
Okay.
Any of them the one that's looking the healthiest so far.
Okay.
I'm gonna come right up on top of, right next to him, and I'm gonna cast inflict wounds at 2nd level.
Okay.
So that's a 25 to hit.
That hits.
19 damage.
All right. Does that conclude your turn?
Yes. Oh wait, actually I will still have a movement then. So I will use my movement to get 30 feet away from
Okay.
them.
They do not take attack of opportunities on you. Jalen, it is your turn.
Okay.
You have heard Arpo tell them to run. You saw Kiri injure one of them as Arpo was telling them to run.
So what's around Kiri?
A lot of corpses.
Okay.
Simply put.
Still waiting to happen.
So we have the 3 they're out of the tree now, right?
Yes.
The one that I had originally cast Hunter's Mark on, I need to recast that again.
Okay.
Then
Okay.
My longbow. First attack is a 30.
Hits.
Second attack is a 22.
Hits.
So regardless, they're gonna be frightened. $11 plus 13 is 24. 25, 26.
Oh, we'll get to Ember. Don't worry.
32. Ember's staying right next to me. So, 32 total damage on that one person.
Okay. They're
Oh, wait. I forgot one more thing. Sorry, my bad. Plus 1, plus 6, so another 7. Forgot it.
all right. They are very hurt as these arrows pierce through the main parts of their thighs. You see blood splatter out behind them and trickling down like a running faucet out of their leg.
They're really frightened now.
Does that conclude your turn?
Yes.
All right, Romelin, it is your turn.
All right, me and the puppets. Okie dokie. So I'm going to command my 2 skeletons to, are they, would you say that they're within 30 feet of the archers?
They were 40 feet away because they were 20 feet off to the right side of the road. The archers were 20 feet off to the left. So.
Okay. And the priests that they once were, didn't have short bows on them, did they?
They had a mace.
Okay. So the skeletons are just gonna move towards the archers.
So they
30
limp
feet.
over, getting closer, going past Kiri and Natiki, ignoring them completely. Bits of them still sloshing off that are just barely hanging on by threads of sinew.
Yes. And meanwhile, Rumelin is going to do an Eldritch Blast, and we'll make it an agonizing blast.
Towards which of the archers?
The
The healthiest,
middle
the
one.
most hurt. The middle one? Alright.
I imagine they're like all 3 next to each other, so he just targets the one in the middle.
Okay.
Okay, so Eldritch Blast. That is a 28 to hit.
That hits.
Yeah. That'll be 1d10. That's 9 damage.
Okay.
And that will conclude Rumelin's turn. Oh, wait. And then the one that he hit has to make a... Since he still has his form of dread active, they have to make the DC 17 wisdom throw.
Nope, that's a 5.
And so they are frightened.
Yeah, I'd say they were frightened before, but yeah.
And that will conclude Rumelin's turn.
Alright.
Creepy skeletons walking towards them.
It is the archer's turn. And you see as they just drop their bows and, like, as quickly as they can, back away. Arpa will get an attack of opportunity if she wants it.
I ain't touching them. They don't deserve this.
And then they use the dash action to start running away. Which brings us to Natiki. You see the archers running away, having dropped their weapon.
My turn already?
Yeah, most of the other ones are dead.
There's so much death and carnage.
I will look around and be like, well, you all are, frightful fucking sorts, aren't you? I'm gonna let him go.
That was the wrong time to take a drink. Alright, Tifala?
I'm just gonna look at the two that were like dreads, like, are you guys still alive?
Yep. Better than ever.
Arpo's letting them go. Curie and Jalen, are you gonna let them go?
Yeah.
Remelin, are you gonna let them go?
Yeah, I'll let them go.
Alright. Then we are out of initiative.
You know. Okay, that's fine.
Did they leave their wagon?
Yep. They
Wait,
said,
yeah.
fuck all that shit.
I'm scoping that wagon.
Alright.
As am I. I will do searching.
What? We
I
should
would like-
probably just prepare it.
I would like to gather all the dead people.
Okay.
And I would like to start casting the spell ceremony.
Okay. That's
I
gonna
still have
take
the
you some.
skeletons for an hour.
You're gonna be by
I'm
yourself.
not touching those skeletons. After seeing what you can do, yeah, she's
I
not gonna
hope
bother.
that your ceremony will not be interrupted by me rifling through their pockets.
No, just, don't move them.
Rumelin's gonna make the skeletons dance.
Oh, and my comment about being frightening sorts was not on them, it was on you fuckers.
What? You don't like puppet shows?
That is a bit of an understatement. I must say I'm impressed, Talon says as she brings up with the group still upon her horse. I would have.
I'm gonna go back to my original form.
Okay. I would have offered help, but it certainly did not seem like you needed it.
No, we pretty much got it handled. You like the
We got
dancing
some tricks.
skeletons?
There.
No, the song!
I would not advise doing such things in the city.
We're going to the city?
Yes, we're going to Solheim. Well, we're
I forgot
stopping
where we're
off at Golden Leaf before we get to Solheim so we can rest in a proper building. But it seemed very much like they were after Dread Captain Natiki at first.
But of course, I have a few friends in the area who would like some time with me, but alas, I have, my dance card is all booked up.
Yes, booked with running away, it would seem.
Are we supposed to have dance cards?
Well, again, they were supposed to be chasing after me. I was trying to protect you by leading them away. How would I have known? You all are half undead, it seems.
Not me.
Yet.
Don't plan to be. I've got other plans going on.
I'm not undead.
Well, you can certainly look like one when you choose. As can Jalen, which quite surprises me. Weren't you afraid of such things?
Yeah.
What's up with that? Are you like okay? When did that start happening?
Change.
I'm kind of worried about you.
I don't think I'm the one you have to worry about.
Did it hurt?
No, it actually felt quite good.
That's kind of interesting.
Yeah. 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 It
Well,
was
I mean, as long as you're okay with it, it's fine. I mean, I'm not gonna judge you, certainly.
okay with it.
I mean, I have whole new different magic things that I wasn't expecting. So,
We have seen some stuff together for sure. We have been through some stuff
yeah,
together for sure.
As you are
yes,
talking
we
to
have.
as you are talking to everyone, Jalen, you notice that Ember is staying a few feet back further away from you,
Oh no. Come here, girl.
and she kind of seems hesitant, and will look from you to Ramelin, then back to you.
It's okay. Come here. I'm gonna clap my hand. Come here. And like kneel down.
Roll an animal handling check at disadvantage.
At disadvantage?
Yes.
Your
That's
dog turned on you.
21.
Very nice.
Yeah, I got lucky.
While she hesitates, it seems like she's going to walk towards Kiri for a moment,
Oh,
but then does come back to you instead.
good girl. Scritches behind the ear.
Does Puppy want to chase some bones?
And Ember will look
No,
over
I
at
don't think that's a
Ramelin.
good idea right now.
Okay.
Throw me a bone.
I just send one of the skeletons over to Jalen.
No, I don't want to do that.
Kind of reek.
Right. It's not. No.
They really stink, and we don't have like good bathing opportunities very often, so it's probably good to not call them unless we have to.
Okay. Well, Rubella's just gonna go ahead and end the concentration on the dance macabre and
As
skeletons.
Kiri is talking about them smelling, Ember will just, the one that's close to him, will just kind of bark at them, and a spew of flames come forth from her mouth as she cooks the meat.
Oh.
Oh God!
I think at this part, Arpo is scarred for life. Just,
I mean, at least it's
For
not
16.
spoiled meat.
16 fire damage as she cooks.
On the bright side, it's not spoiled meat, but who wants to eat a cannibal?
Yeah, it's dead anyway. It's fine.
You all are out of combat. You are at a calm moment. You have the wagon with you. Did you guys roll your investigation checks?
Nope, waiting on you.
I'm still burying the dead.
Okay. Since Natiki said he was helping, Natiki, are you going to focus on picking the pockets or looking at the wagon first?
Picking their pockets.
Okay, roll investigation for the pockets while
Okay.
Kiri rolls investigation on the wagon.
15. I will use my
Oh.
passive of 16.
I'm going to guide myself as well.
All right.
I need to step
15
away for 10
total.
seconds. Wait, what?
Hmm.
10 seconds.
DM gets a crit. Thank you, Atlas. So what was that, Curie?
A 15.
Okay. You search through the wagon, and you discover that they had an unbroken wheel within the back portion of it. They have one large leather sack as well as one wooden crate of objects. The wooden crate is sealed shut.
I will yell out, I wouldn't open up anything if you do find it. I should take a look at it first.
What's it made out of?
It is a wooden crate.
Okay. I'll cast Detect Magic.
Okay. And Natsuki, what was your roll for the pockets?
My passive of 16.
I did not ask for passive. I asked for a roll.
Then it would have been a 15.
Okay. Let me pull up. Sorry, I have to pull it up. Quick. This is actually a good time to take our first break while I pull up these items.
Okay.
So, shit, I don't have a be right back screen. But,
Oh no.
we will be right back. Please stick around as we have a short intermission. Alright,
Oh. Yep,
Oh, yes.
I've returned with water and chimichangas.
Okay.
Hold on. Sean says there's no DM audio.
Tartar sauce. There we go. I messaged the individuals who are looting. Sorry for the lack of transition. I'll fix the technical difficulty soon. And what are Rumel and Jalen and Tifala doing at the moment?
You said the 3 archers dropped their bows.
Yes.
I'm gonna go check those out.
Okay. And they are basic longbows.
Nothing.
They are not magical. There's nothing special.
No etchings, no markings where they came from.
I mean, they're ornately designed, but more so for looking fancy rather than any function. And
But not like where I could tell where they came from.
yes.
I will approach the party when I am complete, if you can let me know when that is.
Okay.
So I think Rumel is just playing with his deck of cards for a little bit.
Okay. One of you still has a deck of cards you've done nothing with. Tifala, what are you doing?
Checking the area for any undamaged, maybe useful, like, herbs and whatnot.
Roll an investigation. And the storm has hit. It is pouring outside.
18.
Okay. You search pretty thoroughly, but it seems like they weren't really the herbal type, so they didn't have anything on them, and nothing in particular strikes you as anything that can be crafted into something.
Searching them, I was searching the area.
I know, but they are in the area,
Okay.
so I just included that for you.
Okay. Kick the dirt and walk back over to the group.
Okay. Natiki, you join.
Well, this is quite interesting. I'm not sure if you all could get any information with this. I pull one of the fallen's cloaks, put it down on the ground, and I lay out what I have found. A bell in the shape of a tulip, 2 hairpins, a card. This is quite interesting. I do not know the signature, though. It simply says, "Release my associate should they be detained," with this signature on it, and I put it down there. A silver flask, a whistle, and 20 gold.
And
I found some cool stuff too. I don't really know what all it is, but I got this. I detected magic, and it says like this bedroll is enchanted. This pie with 8 slices is magical, and there's a magical glowing loop that looks like it's made of crystal and reflects the light in a rainbow. So it's really pretty, but I don't know if it's safe.
as you bring the items over, your detect magic is still up, and you can see that the bell is magical as well.
Bell is magic.
Interesting.
They had quite a few magical things considering they're like archers and stuff. Maybe they belong to the priest.
Is that a lute? I could play the lute. Can I have it?
I assume he's asking
I-
Kiri.
Hey, you can give it a shot, I guess. What
I
time
have
is
no
it?
claim on it.
DM, what time is it? Like in the...
It's still early morning.
Okay, so we're still going to be trekking for a while, I assume.
Unless you choose to take a short rest now. You won't be able to get a long rest this soon after getting up, but you could take a short rest.
I will get on that short rest action.
We could repair the wagon and use it.
I think it would be a very good idea.
Oh, yes.
It's not whatnot.
I start separating the gold into piles. Everyone will get 3 gold, and there's 2 gold left over for whoever.
So, Rumelin's gonna go ahead and take his portion of gold, and also the loot as offered by Kiri, and start plucking it a little bit.
I sent you the image of what the loot looks like, by the way.
Okay.
Is Pitt with us?
Pitt is currently playing with Talon, who kept Pitt away from the combat.
Is the hour almost up for the ritual?
Almost. You're definitely still performing it, but nearly.
Yeah,
It wouldn't have taken that long to loot everything.
I think we should get Pitt
How
for
much?
2 gold.
How much are you guys hurting?
I'd have worse bruise and bumps in a bar fight. I'll be fine.
I've got a little bit of a scratch. It's not terrible.
Well, does anybody need healing is what I'm saying. I can, if enough of us need healing, I can cast Mass Cure Wounds.
I just think let us catch our breath before we get going, but then we should be fine.
I can assist
At
with
least
any...
for myself.
I can assist with any healing as well, if necessary.
I could use some healing.
Yeah, we all could use some healing.
Okay. Talon will walk over to Rumelin then. Let me pull it up. How hurt are you, funny bunny?
If I had to put a number to it, I'd say about 10.
You could have just said, like, half health, third health, yada yada.
Quarter health.
That's how far you're down or how far what you have?
How far I'm down.
Okay. And you feel a warmth from her as she says, well, let's fix that right up. And heals you for 10.
Right. It's like nothing ever happened.
Kiri, are you going over to heal Jalen or Arpo?
Yeah, I'm just debating if it's smarter for me to, like,
If you're concerned about
do
saving
lore
your...
spells or...
Talon will look over to Kiri. If you're concerned about saving resources, I can help with the healing, and you can rest.
That would be awesome.
Like we can get a short rest then?
Yes.
Let's do that.
Okay, go ahead and do a short rest, after which let me know if anyone needs healing, and Talon will go to help them. Roll your hit die. And Arpo, you do finish your ritual
Okay.
as everyone
I'm gonna-
begins the short rest.
I'm gonna walk over to the group. You said there was a note with a signature you guys didn't know of?
I believe
Hello?
it was a card of some
Oh,
sort.
yes, it's right down there with everything else I've discovered.
Can I
Along with
inspect?
your 3 gold. Be sure to get that.
Thank
And then
you.
whatever you all want to do with the leftover 2.
I would like to inspect the card
Okay.
and
You go over, there's 2 hairpins and the card still, as well as a pie, a bedroll, and a bell shaped like a tulip. So you inspect the card, you're looking to see if you recognize the signature. Okay, go ahead and roll a history check.
Sorry, I gotta do some math real quick. That's a 21.
Okay. This looks like the signature of a nobleman that you've only seen mention of. You've never actually met yourself. Someone outside of your reach of thievery, but while you were stealing, you've definitely seen this signature on documents.
Oh. I've seen the signature before, just... Alrighty then.
Usually on trade papers when you were stealing from nobles.
It seems like some sort of trade master or something. Concerned about who this associate is. We'll figure that out in due time.
Is anyone during the short rest, going to look at the bell in the shape of the tulip? The bedroll, the pie?
I would
I'm gonna
take a look at
use-
the... If nobody else takes a look at it, I'll take a look at the bell.
I was about to use identify on it.
Oh, alright.
Alright. You cast Identify, and you know this to be the tolling tulip. A glass bell in the shape of a tulip. Ringing it causes overgrown tulips to spring up on a 15-foot radius around you, making the terrain difficult.
I can hide perfectly. As can everybody else.
I mean, I really like pie, but I'm also wary of eating food that we don't know anything about, because that can only go so many bad ways.
As we flash back to Jalen eating shrooms.
Yeah. And
Well, I mean,
Edmund drinking weird things.
Are you worried about it being poisoned?
Not necessarily poisoned, because Valmar would tell me if it was, but I'm more worried about it having, I mean, it's magical, so having weird effects that would not be smart to be under at the moment. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's fair.
There's time and place.
It smells
It's
like
like-
a lovely berry pie.
Oh, I'm sure. I think we take it with us so we can try messing around with it later.
And it seems to be staying at the perfect temperature.
That's also a little suspect. More than a little suspect.
Maybe that's the enchantment.
Eh,
The enchantment to keep the pie warm.
things are rarely that simple. At least in my experience.
I want to test something real quick. I'm gonna take out one of my daggers and cut a piece of the pie. Not eat it, just cut a piece and see what happens.
The inside looks to be filled with various purple and blue berries.
Okay.
Nothing happens.
Hmm. I'm gonna put the slice back. I don't trust that. Because you know what else is purple and blue? Nightshade.
You know what? Because it won't hurt me, I'm gonna
No.
take a taste.
Okay.
I'm gonna take a bite of the pie.
You
Well,
could-
I would definitely have Velmar check it, make sure there's no poison in it.
Poison's not gonna do anything
he
to
assures
me.
you that there is no poison. And should you have been damaged, Tafala, you would have discovered that the pie restored some of those wounds. You feel a bit refreshed after eating a slice. It is quite delicious.
We should hang on to it. Have
Yeah.
it if we need it.
An emergency potion. Sounds great.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Emergency pie.
No, as soon as you said that, all I can imagine is like emergency pie, and you just slap it into somebody's face.
It might happen.
Has everyone rolled their hit die, by the way?
I did.
I had no reason to.
I'm mainly talking to Arpo and Jalen, who were injured.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm fully good.
Okay.
Same here.
Okay. There's... So, Tifala, are you taking the tulip bell, or are you going to put it back?
Oh, I'm so taking it.
Okay. Who's taking the
I'll take the
pie?
bedroll. I'll hang on to that and the bedroll.
Okay.
Oh, big thunder. Holy
No.
cow.
Yeah. That is Big Thunder. That just got over
Oh,
here.
I hear it.
Same here.
Oh, wow, that is loud.
Are you having Tifala cast Identify on the bedroll first, or are you just putting it amongst your things?
She wants to. If you want to cast Identify, that'd be awesome. It'd be good to know what it does. I'm guessing, hopefully, it like restores you somehow, but I don't want to
I'm sorry to
assume and
cut
have
in.
it like start you on fire.
I gotta go AFK just for a second to take care of the dog.
Okay.
Alright, I guess I'll cast Identify on the bedroll.
Hi, Symphonic. Alright, you cast Identify on it, and you discover it to be the bedroll of 80 wings. Anyone who rests on this magical bedroll gains temporary hit points equal to their Constitution modifier, minimum of 1, plus 1 per hour rested. This effect lasts until the start of their next long rest.
Nifty.
Come in handy.
Does it require a long rest or a short rest to activate that ability?
It's per hour rested, so it could be
Okay.
done on a short rest.
I am back.
Love
I'm
it,
sorry about that.
Symphonic.
You said you gains how much?
Gain temporary hit points equal to your Constitution modifier, minimum of 1, plus 1 per hour rested. Hey, and there's the first use of the new emotes. Yay.
Meanwhile, Romellin's still just plucking away at the loot that he has no idea why it's magical. It's just playing it.
Yeah, Arpo is kind of suspiciously eyeing both Jalen and the rabbit.
Romelin, go ahead and roll a performance check for me as you pluck the strings of this instrument.
That is a 25.
Very nice. You pluck at the strings and begin naturally playing the song from the Forest of Songs, as that's
I
one
hate
of your
you.
favorites.
I I just said please don't be it.
I didn't even hear you say that, but it's likely the song that Rebellin would have on his mind. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong.
I mean, it was either going to be that, or it was going to be a legally distinct version of It's Terror Time Again.
Legally distinct. You can choose which one, as it is. Thank you for the subscription, Symphonic.
I think considering the absolute brutality that we just exhibited, it would be Terror Time.
All right. So you, instead of the Forest of Songs, you hear. How would you describe this song?
Well, it's exciting and kind of. I think the word driving would be befitting.
Exciting, driving, a little bit foreboding.
Yes, a little bit of foreboding, of course.
And
Especially as he's singing the lyrics to it.
care to sing any of them for us? Or say them?
Lots of thunder.
I mean, the chorus, of course, it's Terror Time Again. You might just die of frights.
It's accompanying your song.
It's a little terrifying that the thunder is accompanying it so well.
Romelin just is manipulating the real world weather.
Has my neighbor
Talent.
something upstairs?
As you play the song, the lights and the colors that are reflecting off of the crystal lute seem to also be reflecting the mood of the song. It changes between hues of purple to orange to red to black. Each time you strum it, a shimmer seems to go across the strings. But you're still not certain what it does.
Alright, fantastic. You hear the screeching of an owl, you hear the wind begin to. You know there's zombies on the prowl.
As you talk about the howling wind and screeching owls, you hear those sounds actually occur around you.
Interesting.
And everyone else hears them too.
I'm just gonna look around and then look at the harp. It's like the in
lute.
his hands, the lute in his hands, and I'm gonna walk over and be like, "Can I inspect that real quick?"
Okay, he stops playing and hands it to her.
I'm gonna use identify on it because I don't trust musical instruments anymore.
Whatever would that be? It's not like I have a track record or anything.
It's not that I don't have a music box that'll put everybody to sleep the second they hear it in my bag or anything.
You cast Identify, and you realize that this lute has the ability to essentially create extra sounds around the individual, like a minor illusion, but purely auditory. And it has 6 charges of this.
Okay.
Sean says, so this party is now afraid of the number 11 and musical instruments.
Sounds about right.
Oh, I'm not afraid of the
So-
number 11. I'm afraid of my party members.
So, this lute is perfectly harmless, correct?
I mean, it entirely depends upon the wielder and what sounds they choose to mimic. But as far as they
Okay.
can't do damage, if that's what you're asking.
And it can't summon something from nowhere besides the sounds.
Correct.
Okay. I'm gonna hand it back over and be like, alright, that's perfectly fine. And I'm just gonna go walk away.
It's very much a
Instead have-
theatrical piece. It has 6 charges. You used 2 of them accidentally.
Okay. So mentioning the zombies didn't have any effect.
No.
Okay.
At least the other 2 of the party would understand my reaction to musical devices.
DM, can you send me that
I will
exact description?
Yeah, I will send you the information on it after stream.
All right, thank you.
So what is everyone doing? Are you take your short rest? Are you going to replace the wheel on the wagon and take it? Are you going to just continue on horse?
Clearly, repair the wagon.
I think so.
Yeah.
Waste not, want not.
You never know when
Why
it'll
would
come in
we?
handy.
Exactly. If nothing else, we can burn it and use it for firewood or something. But, I think we use the hell out of it while we can.
It's just a broken wheel. It's not that hard to fix.
So who's going to replace it and who's going to attach 2 of the horses to it?
I'll continue fixing the wheel.
I'll attach the horses.
Okay.
You
Well,
don't
they
have
had
to
a wheel that
fix-
wasn't broken, right?
Yes.
Yeah, there was
Well,
the
I was in the middle of
non-broken-
repairing it.
Oh, well,
they had
let's
a
put the
spare
good
one.
one on, and then you can play with the broken one while we ride.
All right. So who's going to put the good one on?
I can give it a shot.
You know what? I will.
Okay. Let's say that Arpo is with Kiri's assistance. So roll a dexterity check with advantage.
Would this be considered a tools check?
What tools would you use?
Alright, just because I have proficiency in the tool doesn't mean I can, so. Okay, never mind.
Yeah, because thieves' tools aren't going to help you change a tire.
I'm just gonna
Steal one.
If you guys just lift the wagon, we can just use Mage Hand to put the wheel on and, assemble it.
That's not... I'm just gonna do the dexterity check.
With advantage, since Kiri said they were helping.
The first one's a 19.
Okay.
And the second one is a 23.
All right. You are able to fairly quickly assemble the wheel onto the wagon. Jalen, a quick animal handling check. And which horses are you going to attach to the wagon?
Were there not horses near the wagon?
They fled the fuck away.
I'll take the carriage. So, I'll put one of mine. I'll pick mine, and somebody else can ride with me.
Okay, so you're attaching your
I'll ride
horse
with you.
and Kiri's horse.
What, animal handling?
Yep.
No advantage?
I can assist you. I'll
There
give
you go.
give you guide or whatever.
So is that advantage?
Advantage. Go ahead and do advantage.
Can't fail. Oh, I could fail.
Yeah, don't jinx it. You certainly could fail.
Did you give me guidance or no?
Yeah.
So it's 18. I probably won't need it, but 18 plus.
Yeah,
21.
it's not a high DC. You are
Sure.
able to secure the horses to the carriage, or the wagon. And there is enough room for 5 people to sit comfortably in the back.
Right. I'll take a seat in the back, and once I get, unless one of the, unless Jalen or the Heresy Rabbit decides to
Talon is in the middle of helping Pit onto the back, but is going back to her own hearth when she's finished.
And I'm back. I'm sorry about that, guys. My dog is just going a little nuts, and he's like on my lap, which would be fine if he wasn't massive.
Yeah, my
understand.
dog is
Just afraid of
not
the
a
storm.
fan either.
Rumelin will be standing by his horse waiting for someone's help to get up on top of it.
The Tiki will go up. Oh, you need to take a hop on my knee?
I just need a little boost. If you don't mind.
Not at all, not at all. As Tiki is thinking, okay, let's keep this one on my good side so I don't become a dancing skeleton.
Well, Rumelin will smile at Natiki and then use him to climb up onto top of the horse.
Okie dokie. Is anyone else going to sit in the back with Arpo?
I think I should be in the front. I can, my eyes are keen on the waters and just as keen on land, it seems.
Sit with Arpo.
Okay.
You can tell Arpo's a little stressed out.
Tifalo, what are you doing?
I'm clearly gonna ask for assistance to get back on a horse.
And Talon will giggle a little bit and then go and assist you.
Thank you.
We really need to get we need to get some ponies that are our size.
I will keep an eye out for that.
I mean, or you could just ride in the wagon and sell your horses.
Just shrink the horses.
Well, the first one in the wagon doesn't like me very much. He doesn't like my puppet. Or she doesn't like my puppets.
Puppets? Do I dare ask?
Those skeletons you saw earlier, he calls his undead puppets,
Oh.
which is frankly quite disturbing.
I can certainly see how some would think of them as puppets, though that is a bit disrespectful.
Very disrespectful.
I don't have enough bits. I was going to play the spooky skeletons.
I would like to, while in the cart, I would like to start meditating, just cause I'd rather think to myself than...
Okay.
What?
And you feel that familiar, cool air around you, though there's not a wind blowing at the moment. Jalen, I assume that you are taking the pilot seat.
I will.
Okay.
I'm sorry, did we tie up the extra horses, like, to the end, like, the back or
Ta-
something? Or we just let them go?
Talon will like currently I think the only current extra horse is Arpo's, as she's the only one who's gotten in the back, correct? Or no, Kiri did. But Kiri's is attached to the front, so
Yes.
Yeah, it's just Arpo's horse.
yes, and Talon is holding the reins of that one, guiding it with her. I mean, Natiki never said he was getting on his horse, but are you getting to get in the back of the wagon or on your horse, Natiki?
Oh, on my horse.
Alright. So then, yes, it is just Arpo and Pit in the wagon currently. And you all...
So,
The Kiri.
Me?
and Kiri,
with-
yes.
Arpo is...
And Ember is in the wagon as well.
So, I'm trying to figure out something with Arpo. If Arpo is hesitant or leery of myself, and she's close to me, is Arpo trying to hide the fact that she's scared of me?
Yeah, I mean,
Like, she's not being brazen about it. It's more of an inward, like, discomfort rather than a blatant.
I'm just kind of curious if I could sense her uneasiness.
I mean, you can roll an insight, and Arpo can roll a deception.
alright, I'm good with that.
Okay.
23.
17. Okay.
Arpo is still hard for you to read,
Got it. That's fine.
especially since she's meditating currently and isn't really paying attention to her surroundings.
Got it.
I would like to actually ask Baron Queen something after everybody gets their stuff done.
Okay. You will begin traveling. Arpo, what are you asking during your meditation?
Is the company I'm with safe to be with?
The cold air around you shifts ever so slightly closer to Jalen. You feel as if it is pulling you a little closer. Pitt is currently snuggling Ember in the wagon.
Aww.
Alright, I'll keep that in mind. That's all the only real question I had for her.
Okay. Is there any conversation you wish to have as you travel for an entire day?
I
And that's for any of you.
I wasn't quite aware that you guys were so eager to kill.
Speaking for myself, I'm definitely not eager to kill. I would really rather not. I don't really think anyone here goes out of their way to do it.
It's not like they gave us any chance. There was no parlay. There was just action.
Dog eat dog
Defending
world.
ourselves.
Alright.
You have not ventured out much, have you, young one? Talon will look over to Arpo.
No, I haven't. I was just But basically, I was just a thief before I met these people.
Unfortunately, this is very much the state of the world, my dear. Especially since the Pure Blood Brotherhood has had their way.
What's that?
Oh, right, Fey creatures. They are the current reigning power over Teltadorae and would see all those who practice magic slain or imprisoned.
But why? Magic's so much fun.
They fear it. There was a... And you see she kind of tenses a little bit, very briefly. You all have high enough passive perception that you would see the very brief tensing before she regains composure. There was a particular group of, well, adventurers much like yourself that were viewed as do-gooders, heroes, but they unleashed something, strong magic, that ended up resulting in the obliteration of half of the capital. Since then, the Pure Blood Brotherhood formed, and has deemed it necessary to ban the practice of magic, restrict magical items, Only those who worship Ilmater and practice divine magic are permitted.
Sounds like a boring world to live in.
It is a world ruled by fear, funny buddy. But perhaps a group like yourselves could change that. And as she says that line, she specifically looks over to Valkyrie. Perhaps the lot of you could show them that magic is nothing to fear.
What I would like to do. I think it's just like everything else. You can use it properly or you can abuse it. And I'd like to show people that it doesn't have to be a bad thing.
That will take time. And especially with, well, how Kelmorn used to be and some of current company, maybe even more challenging. But but it could be possible. You would have to show how it is more helpful than harmful. I can't imagine
That's my
slaying
plan.
a group of bounty hunters helps that cause much. But letting some live does. And she will look over to Arpo.
There was no reason for them to die.
Oh, precisely, my dear. Sometimes changing someone's mind is all that's necessary.
Actually, there was a good reason that they needed to live. So they would spread the word and hopefully send less amateurs.
No, the reason... Never mind, you wouldn't get it.
I'll just send worse and stronger enemies.
I don't think that, I mean, we certainly aren't about just going out and murdering people, and you kind of make it sound like that's our whole MO, and it's really not. Like, we're just minding our own business and we're fully attacked. They would have killed us. It's not like we tried to kill them, it's just we're defending ourselves. We don't know what their goals are. We didn't have a chance to talk to them about it. I mean, it's kind of not fair that you're putting us in that position of you're judging us more harshly than you're judging the people who are attacking us and you at the same time.
I wasn't referring to you, Valkyrie. You would understand. I'm not so sure about our captain here.
Well, sometimes it's better to just ask what people's thoughts are and motives instead of getting angry at them and making assumptions.
You have known me for a few hours, good sir. And are you that quick to judge?
Well, first impressions are important for survival. Especially for a thief, mind the rest of you. First impressions can be wrong. You must beware of that, young one.
Again, when we met you, we didn't have the greatest first impression either, but we gave you a chance and talked to you and got to know you and, treated you fairly. I think that it's only fair we do that with everyone. You give everyone the same opportunity to be your friend.
My king always liked to say that people think the world is black and white, but all it's filled with is gray.
friend
Got
can
a point.
often be quick to have a dagger to your back as soon as they are caught. Gotta make
That's a
sure you have
trust
the right
issue.
ones.
Yes, and believe me, I know. I've been running my entire life and never sure who to trust, but at some point you have to trust someone. If you don't, your life is going to be extremely lonely and sad, and you're just like self-fulfilling your prophecy that everyone is bad and not trustworthy, if you don't give them the opportunity.
Thing is, I did trust somebody once.
I
That
think
didn't end
we've all
well.
been burned, but it's not fair to hold everyone else responsible for what someone else did to you, you know?
May I tell you a story, Arpo?
It is unlikely to change my mind, but you may.
The group I mentioned, they were referred to as the Marked because they were chosen by deities. And when I was but a child, only 10 years of age, they saved me and my best friend from a group of cultists. However, not but weeks later, they ended up killing my friend, simply because she had a wicked patron that was trying to control her. They did not give her the chance to overcome this patron. They did not try to purify her from him. They simply slaughtered her. A 10-year-old child. And these are people that the world referred to as heroes. A group of adventurers not so different from the rest of you. If I were to have been stained by that moment, to never trust again, I would not have been there to help you and guide you to Solheim. I would not have trusted the lot of you and simply left you in the Feywild. I would not have become a bard, performing for people all across Teltadorae, seeing all kinds of adventurers much like that group. Because I did not let that define me, I have grown and found so much success. I would like to think that my mother would be proud of me for not letting that define me. And my mother was one of the people caught in the obliteration of the capital. What has happened to you that has burned you so completely?
I will make you aware of this later. I don't think present companies.
That is fair. It is your story to tell when you choose and to whom you choose. You need not even tell me. Just something to ponder. I'm sure the lot of you have tales. Care to tell above one or two that they might be able to tell? She says, looking at the rest of you, trying to lighten the mood a little.
suppose not.
That is fair. You all had a rough encounter.
Well, I can tell the tale of when I was able to commandeer a nice vessel using only my wits and smoke and 3 bags of flour.
Oh. Well, that's
And I will go off into a tale of how using smoke and the flour and a fake fire and how I took over a ship.
Roll
It's like
a
the story I
performance.
heard one time. Go ahead.
Roll a performance check to see how well you tell the tale. I'll give you advantage because I'm sure this is one that Natiki has bragged about often.
21.
Very nice. It is a regaling tale. Kiri, you were going.
It sounds like a story I heard of some guy who, like, killed 3 guys with a pencil.
I would like to meet that man and buy him a drink.
I would too.
And players get a crit. Thank you for the redemption. Would anyone else care to tell a tale?
Well, seeing now that Natiki is very much just a bragging human.
Tiefling.
Humanoid. Are tieflings humanoid? Pretty sure.
Anyway,
yes, everyone here. Everyone
on.
here is humanoid.
Yes.
Arpa will, if you must know, about, it's actually a little while ago, back when I was just starting being a thief, me and one of my associates, name was Varno, well, we were on a heist to steal, I forget what it was exactly, but it was something important, something our guild needed, essentially.
It's not just for combat. Don't worry, Symphonic. Continue.
It was It was important for our guild to survive. Luckily, I was able to hide it away before we were surrounded by the captain's guard, or the watchmaster's guard. Turns out, Varno sold me out for a few coins. And basically raced next to him. And yet, he still did it. And I was sent... He quite literally stabbed me in the back with a dose of something. Next day I woke up, I was in the jail cell. They, took him a week, but they couldn't find any substantial evidence other than the object missing and a painted clover lily. But, it's very hard to trust anybody after your basically family stabs you in the back.
I mean, to be honest, that just sounds like any clan of thieves I've heard.
My clan of thieves was different. We were family.
Ah,
Quite literally, for the most part. Except for Varno.
Everyone believes that they are different. But Natiki will caught on one word. Do you have many associates around here?
I have my network. None of who you're thinking of.
I'll just keep that feather in my cap.
I do mean to tell you, watch out for one called Triss.
Oh?
Yeah, the Watchmaster that caught me. He's caught me a few times, but
Clearly you get away.
Yes. But it's not always pretty. And this is when I could turn into, like, rats and stuff.
You can't now.
No. That ability has been stripped away.
Do you know why?
Not entirely sure.
I can still turn you into something.
Oh no.
Let's just say I'm working that out.
Well, there you go. If you miss your bestial forms, the little one can help you.
The difference is that I had my intelligence when I transformed.
Who says you wouldn't still have your intelligence?
I'm aware of the effects of polymorph.
Who said it was polymorph?
You don't have to. Anyway, that's my sad tale.
And what of you, funny bunny? You traveled with a circus, right? Surely you have some tale to tell.
Oh, I was with the carnival in the Feywild for a good while, the Witchlight Carnival. I used to have a puppet show there. Although I don't think that she would like to hear many tales about that puppet show. Although I did have a friend that I made while working at the carnival. He's a very energetic little sprite.
Did you get up to hijinks together?
Of course. What group of friends doesn't get up to hijinks?
Anything in particular stand out?
I mean, there was one time where he decided to go pickpocketing and just grabbed a whole bunch of snacks, and we just sat there laughing while people were trying to figure out what happened to their snacks.
Charming. And what of you, far traveler Valkyrie? You've seen much, I'm sure. Anything you'd care to share?
Well, I mean, I pretty much could only be with my parents most of my life until I met up with Jalen and Kilmorn and Edmund, and it wasn't safe for me to be around anyone else. We never knew who was with the cult, so I'm only just now making friends. The first time in my whole life.
No, you performed and whatnot before. You made caricatures, things like that, right?
Oh, yeah.
Any fun tales of that?
Well, I've done some fun stuff, like, I like to sometimes just, if there's somebody, like, that's not very nice to people, I kind of, could scare them a little bit. Or sometimes, I'll just take somebody's, one earring or one sock or something like that. Just, little pranks. Nothing harmful.
Seems like a lot of you are pranksters, to some degree or another.
Yeah, you learn to pass the time how you can, I guess.
And what of you, Jalen? Anything fun or fond to share?
Oh, let me tell you about the time these dolls came to life in a tent.
Does Tifala start laughing?
Yes. small evil chuckle.
Oh?
Rumelin is very interested in the story and just looks at Defala.
Please continue.
There was a time which I was on watch, and I heard something going on inside, and I looked inside, and all these little dolls had come to life. All over
Oh,
the place.
what were they doing?
Oh god, what were they doing? Were they? Oh my god, they were saying something. What were they saying?
They were shaking in place and saying, "Help! Help
Yes,
me!"
that's it. They're shaking the place and saying, "Help me." That was traumatizing. A little funny
Rumelin
now,
is laughing hysterically on
but
his horse.
traumatizing.
Talon is trying her best not to laugh, but is failing.
And she will not, as I point to her, not do that again.
I mean, surely you wouldn't fall for it twice.
Don't worry, I've got new and improved dolls.
And there we go.
Everybody loves the puppet show.
No, nobody loves the puppet show.
What if they're tentacles and little octopus-looking ones?
Leave Ursula out of this.
You know, Ursula does speak highly of you, Jalen.
Oh, I hope so.
And what of you, Tifala? Anything fun to share other than that incident?
There was this sticky, slimy mushroom
Oh my god.
that Arpo and Jalen failed to put into the skirt.
I'm just covering my eyes and shaking my head.
Oh.
And they
Yeah,
decided
well,
the easiest way was to cut it up and throw it in.
Also, Sean said the only one who loves puppet shows are dummies. But
Ouch.
This wouldn't happen to be one of the mushrooms in the Feywild, would it be?
Yes.
Oh. Who ate the mushroom?
No one ate the giant mushroom.
I ate a mushroom.
Oh yeah, you did eat a mushroom. That was funny.
how did that go?
Not well.
He didn't tell us what he saw. We just realized he was having something going on that's not right.
So he started freaking out a bit.
I don't think we want to revisit that.
It
was
nightmares
bad.
come to life.
It was definitely nightmares. We definitely do not want to revisit that day.
Oh, okay.
Are you sure? I still have some of them.
I love hearing tales of what people see when they ate those shrooms.
It was a bad trip.
Have you ever eaten one, Funny Bunny?
Mayhaps.
And what did you see?
Don't recall, really.
That bad, huh?
I mean, it was a long time ago. I was just a little rabbit.
You were still a little rabbit.
I was a little rabbit. Literal. With
no fears.
Littler rabbit.
You were a smaller rabbit.
A wee little rabbit.
I was but a wee babe.
You
Size
all
of the little hoplins that we have in the forest.
You all continue your travels, exchanging stories of comical times, some at one another's expense. Talon shares a few as well. And eventually, as the sun is setting, you see a city in the distance. A small city, but a city.
Estilando.
As you approach, you see that there's a large archway leading into the city that says, "Welcome to Golden Leaf." Arpo, you are quite familiar with this area.
I'm gonna put up my mask, the half mask I have, which isn't. Yeah, it's just a precaution.
You all enter the town on your wagon. You are greeted by some guards at the gate. "Welcome, travelers. Where are you coming, and what do you have to do here?"
We're passing through. We're going to Solheim, but kind of the city's
"A place to stay,
on
then?"
the way. Pretty much.
"Well, should you be able to afford it, there is, of course, the Golden Leaf Inn. Otherwise, there are several smaller inns for you to choose from. Should your," and they kind of eye each of you, "pockets not be able to afford it."
That's fair. I've been to the city once or twice. I know my.
Very
Thank you,
well.
though.
You may enter. Cause any trouble, you will be dealt with.
Of course.
Oh,
Before we go, could you tell me the whereabouts of Tristan or Triss?
Why?
Curious about. Just curious about how the watch is doing.
And then you see he kind of leans closer to the wagon.
I want to see if they caught that thief yet. Okay.
Oh. The victim of her shenanigans?
You could say that.
No, it would seem they haven't.
Unfortunate.
But don't worry. She hasn't made any victims as of late. Perhaps she's moved on, or perhaps she's been caught elsewhere. Your pockets shouldn't be stolen from here.
Also possible that she got bored.
Well, that would be included in moving on, wouldn't it?
Yeah, that's true.
Right, let them pass. And they step aside and let you enter the town. Even as the sun is setting, it's still a fairly lively town. You see people hustling and bustling about. You see a lot of the shops are starting to close up. You see there are a few eateries that are staying open still. There's numerous inns along the main road. But as you get to the very center, you see one particularly large building, very extravagantly designed, with a gold plate on the front of it, reading Golden Leaf. And there are leaf emblems on either side of the word. As you look around, you see the people here very vastly. There's tieflings, there's elves, there's dwarves, there's all kinds of races, all kinds of skin tones, all kinds of identifiers here. It is a very diverse and almost exotic place within Teltadorae. And that is where we will call session for tonight.
Nice.
So, we will end our session with any questions, comments, concerns of the players, starting with the one on the right this time, Natiki.
No, I'm all good. I did pick up on the word associate since that was on the card and then mentioned by Arpo, so kind of thinking there may be something there, but Natiki's not gonna pry because everybody's got their skeletons in their closets, especially with this group apparently. Sometimes they're not out of the closet.
I mean,
there's figuratively, and then there's literally when it comes to Heresy the Rabbit.
And no, this is actually seems like a the most interesting landlocked place that Natiki has been.
All right. Next up, we have Arpo.
I don't really have. I don't have any questions. Not really.
Comments or concerns?
I'll keep those to myself for now. I do have a comment of I'm interested to see what happens.
Now that Arpo's back in Golden Leaf.
Oh yeah, the first thing she's gonna do is steal from some random noble.
Oh no.
But, well,
No,
they
you.
deserve it, you know?
We don't know you. We never saw you.
Good.
Saw who?
I don't know.
Exactly.
Are we missing a party member?
I mean, Natiki's more than welcome to join me. I'm not sure how well that'll go, but you know.
I mean, there was always 6 of us, right? Well, 7 if we include Pitt.
8 if you included Talon on this adventure.
Well, I was saying that including Talon, but not including Arpo.
Talon didn't do anything in the combat. She don't count.
Talon was keeping Pitt out of combat.
He
Wait,
needs
you
to
forgot
learn.
to count Ember.
And Tifala. Comments, questions, concerns.
We leveled up. Yes, yes.
Close.
Someone had to ask.
You are close, my dears, but not quite. That was a very challenging encounter, and I am quite impressed with how the lot of you handled it. The dice very much did not want to hurt you, except for Kiri. Jalen.
I got to use my dread form. My form of dread.
It
That was exciting.
was. That was a perfect moment, too, especially since it was Kiri who kept getting the most damage for some
Right.
reason.
You know,
The dice demanded that it happen then.
You know, I'm just now realizing Arpo's more built for single person damage than a group.
Well, it's funny. It's like chuckling is that you have the your, if I'm not mistaken, like your spiritual weapon would be a Sith. Or
Scythe, yeah.
Right. So imagine I'm going into form of dread, and then you summon your scythe at that moment in time. At the exact
Yeah.
same time.
But first, I'm gonna have to figure out that you are a warlock of the Raven Queen. Arpo's piecing it together, kinda, because of the meditation she did, but you know, it's not a quick
Nothing
process.
is clear.
But I mean, this was this is a fantastic session. It was so much fun.
I'm glad. Kiri.
Ditto what Jalen said.
Fair enough. Last but certainly not least, Funny Bunny.
I'm enjoying the nicknames that everyone's coming up for Rumelin. It's hilarious.
Heresy, Funny Bunny.
But yeah, that was a great combat. It definitely did not go the way that I thought it was going to go.
Nor I, honestly.
I very much thought that we were going to be brutally murdered, especially Squish the rabbit. But it was fun doing my form of dread right after Jalen. That was hilarious, especially everyone's reactions to it.
Everybody's like, oh god, what the fuck is wrong with this group?
Not one, but two.
I see dead people around me.
Dead
All
people.
around me.
My skeletons didn't get to do anything in combat, but they got to dance.
Fitting for the Dance Macabre. But that should have given chat enough time to do the explanation points, whatever character they vote for this session in order to have a favored character. It does give some behind-the-scenes benefits to the characters. We are going to find someone to raid at this point in time. Thank you all for listening in the entire time. It is much appreciated. I'm stuck in Taylor's voice. It is
Alrighty, good night.
It is much appreciated. I hope you all are enjoying. We have a vote for Arpo.
What?
Also, I want to acknowledge Sean's comment of adding Puppet Bunny to the list of nicknames for Melon.
Puppet Bunny.
Puppeteer.
And we have one of our friends streaming currently that we haven't gotten to raid in quite a time. Oh, you were here for long enough, Symphonic. And we are going to send forward a raid to Sir Kitz, a long-standing member of the community who has been growing alongside us and is currently playing Elden Ring. So enjoy some difficult fantasy, my friends. And we will see all of you next
Just like
time.
that combat was supposed to be difficult.
Night.
Supposed to
Night.
be. I'll
Good night,
remember
everybody.
that.